Joining me now is Representative Josh Gottheimer, Democrat from New Jersey's 5th Congressional District. It's great to have you here, Congressman. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you.
So there's now two schools of thought. There are the TikTokers, the influencers who are freaking out a little bit, not sure if their business livelihood is going to be disrupted, and others who say no, Trump's going to take office and we're all going to get figured out and be fine. What do you say?
Listen, I'm all for protecting people's livelihoods, and obviously, first and foremost, want to make sure people are okay. But that's why we've given plenty of time to TikTok to sell the platform and to an American company, to any other ally, to anyone who's not focused, as you know, the law says, on actually disrupting America and pushing anti-American or hateful propaganda on our platforms in the United States to the 150 million Americans or so who are on TikTok and using it every day and collecting data on Americans. And of course, as you saw in the overwhelming bipartisan vote on this legislation to either force a sale or shut it down, it comes from one place. We're very concerned that you have China, our number one adversary, or the government of China, or others like Iran or Russia or North Korea, controlling information into the United States of America and pushing false information out, especially to young people, when if you're under 30, this is the number one place you get your news from.
Right. I mean, this is probably one of the number one apps in your district. So I have to imagine, you'd be disappointing a lot of people if you were to ban it. But again, because you're privy to kind of this national security information, a lot of us haven't really thought a lot about what TikTok might be pushing since the very difficult days during the pandemic, the George Floyd era, when a lot of people said they were trying to foment further sort of problems in this country. Is there stuff going on every single day that you see that you're aware of where you think that they're pushing misinformation at those who are using the app?
Well, obviously, I've received many. I'm on the Intelligence Committee. Can't share what I learned in those rooms, but I can say that broadly speaking, we believe this is a threat to America's national security overall, literally handing over the keys of a major communications platform, like turning over the keys of CNBC or ABC or another major channel to a number one adversary and letting them have complete control of the algorithm and the disinformation they can push out, whether that's on election issues, whether that's on, as you pointed out, during the pandemic, whether that's on hate or anti-Semitic rhetoric, you name it, the concern on the anti-American stuff, pushing support for Osama bin Laden. We've seen plenty of things, and there was enough alarming concern. And in Washington, it's not exactly easy to get a bipartisan bill done in a matter of weeks across the finish line to the president's desk. That's what happened here. You saw members of Congress come out, Democrats and Republicans, in an overwhelming way and actually make this law. And what we're saying is just sell it to another company, sell it to an American company or another ally, one of our allies, a company in a company there. There's no reason they shouldn't do that. I'm sure they'll do very well on the transaction. But the bottom line is you can't have our top adversary being able to push propaganda and negative information onto literally the phones of 150 million plus Americans.
So as long as someone, whether it's Bobby Kotick or, they've had kind of the relationship with Oracle in the past, as long as someone in the U.S. buys it. But the creators, and by the way, they did 100 million in sales on Black Friday alone through TikTok Shop. So this is a major e-commerce platform now as well. A lot of the creators are being told by their agents that if there is some forced sale to the U.S., it's unclear if they're going to have to divest their international followers, which can be considerable. So they're kind of concerned about the income that might be lost as a result of this, the influence that might be lost. It's a global app.
Listen, it's amazing with technology how we can work things out. You know this better than anyone, right? How quickly, given how innovative our folks are, that they can make these things work. And I have full faith that if they sold to an American company, everyone would be up and running, and we made sure that all of our small business owners would be taken care of, and we'd protect our national security. Listen, again, I'm all for the app as long as it's not controlled by our number one adversary who seeks to do us harm and push disinformation to our citizens and undermine our strength and national security.
Yeah.
That's what I have issues with. That's what Democrats and Republicans have issues with. And it's why I feel so strongly about this.